Hello everyone, hope you're doing well and welcome to another video of JavaScript complete course. So in this video we are going to talk about objects in JavaScript. So before jumping over to the main point, if you didn't subscribe my YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon so you get the notification of my new video when I upload. Alright, so let's get started. So before jumping over to the object, here I'm going to mention some important topics. As you know, until this video we are using the internal JavaScript inside the opening and closing body tag. So there is another way to use the JavaScript code. We can do the same thing. Let me cut this from here inside the opening and closing heading tag under the title. We can do the same steps right here. Let me show you. So here I'm going to type a simple console. Hello, let me save this, and at the right side you can see the live demo. Let me right click, come to inspect, and let's come to the console. Let me find the console right here. Here we go, and you can see hello is printed. So it all works as same as we have used inside the opening and closing body tag. But there is another way to use the JavaScript code, which is called external. We need to create a new file here, and let's save this, and make sure to save the JavaScript file inside the make sure to save your JavaScript file in a same folder with the HTML file. So I'm going to name my JavaScript file, which will be script.js. Now JS is the extension of a JavaScript file. Make sure to add .js, otherwise it will not work. And I'm going to click on save, and it saves. And after that, what we are going to do, I'm inside the opening and closing body tag. At the end of the body tag here, I'm going to type script, and script here I'm going to inside the src I'm going to mention the name script.js. Make sure to check the spells, otherwise if the spell was mistake, it will not work. Let me save this, and now let's jump over to the script file, and here I'm going to RU, and when I save this, here you can see same thing well displayed in the console. From this video we are going to use the external JavaScript. So now let's jump over to the main point, which is object. So the object is used for storing a multiple data, and it will help us to do not reuse our code. So for example, if I create, so let's suppose I'm going to store my courses inside my website. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to for this I'm going to create a variable with the name of lecture. How many lectures do I have? I have 10 lectures, and let's say const, and how many section do I have? It will be section will be 3, let's suppose, and const I have a title as well, which will be JavaScript. And you can also use the let here. Let me use the let, it will be good. Alright, so if I save this, and before, let me console this. So as you can see, if I have 100 or more courses, I need to create same variables as many times as I have the courses. And also I need to change the name of the variables as well. So it will take a lot of time, and it will be a lot of codes, and it will add more load into our website. It's not recommended programmer to reuse your own code for this, we are going to use the object to save our time and make sure to not reuse our own code. So for this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a const variable, and let's name our object, which will be course. So this course will be equal to opening and closing curly brackets, and here I'm going to mention the lecture 10. And as you can see, as it is the variable of an object, we are going to call this the property of object, and this is the value of the object. And as you can see, we are going to separate this with a comma. So I'm going to add another property, which will be section. So section will be also, and I'm going to add title. As you can see, we are not going to use any let or const or var variable here. And also we can create another object inside an object, which will be called the nested object. So it will be, let's suppose we are going to add notes. Here you can see, and let me name this property, which will be introduction, and here I'm going to pass a simple text. It will be welcome to JavaScript course, and let's add as, here we're going to separate this with a comma. And hope you understand till this point. And we also can use the function inside the object, which will help us to enroll the student into our course. So for this, I'm going to name this enroll, and here I'm going to name this, let me use a simple console, and you are a successfully enrolled. And let's save this, and as you can see, it will works. And for now, what I'm going to do, so first let me create this. So first let me call this. So first what I'm going to do, I'm going to course and dot enroll method. And after this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to log this. First I'm going to call the title of this object, title property, course dot title, and let's save this. Alright, so here I have made a mistake. Let me add this separate with a comma, and let's come to the console. Also show me the where I have used as you can see. So here it is, it works. You are successfully enrolled, and JavaScript, which is the title of the course object. So we have another way of creating this object inside a method. So this time we are going to create this object inside a method like a factory method. So whenever the user click on this function or method, whatever you call, the object will automatically created. So for this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this from here. Let me cut this, and let's remove this from here. And here I'm going to create function. This one will be create course function, and here I'm going to paste the object here. So after this, I'm going to use a return. So this will return course, which is the object, And after this, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create a const variable and create a variable which is course. This function, this variable will store the data of this create course method. So let me create course. So whatever we have inside this create course function, it will store inside this course variable. So for this, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to log in this, and let me use a course dot, and this one will be print the section. And when I save this, here we go. As you can see, we have 3 sections and section is added here. And let me add another thing right here, which will be this enroll function. So I'm going to call this enroll function as well, course dot enroll function. So I'm also going to call the enroll function. Here you can see you are successfully enrolled. So this is another way of creating of object, but this time we create object inside a method, so that the user, when the user click on this function or button or whatever we create this for, the object will automatically regenerated or created for the user. But we also have the short way of creating the object. We will talk about that way in our next video. So hope you understand until this point. If you have any question, any suggestion, please leave the comment below.